Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mind Your Money, or welcome if you are new on this channel. We are documenting our journey to financial freedom while we build generational wealth. And we talk about all things managing money, budgeting, saving, getting out of debt, and tracking our expenses. The really important thing about tracking our expenses is that we are using our credit card, and we know that DR does not condone credit card usage for his followers, his people, but we are using credit cards because we can use them responsibly. There was a time when I could not, and I'm glad that we now know how to make credit cards work for us instead of against us by not paying fees, not paying late, and making sure we track our expenses every single week. Now, today is Sunday, October 10th, and you will see this video on the coming Wednesday this week, but make sure that you track your expenses every week. Even if you don't use a credit card, use a debit card, you pull out cash from your bank and you spend it. Where does the money go? Is it going to places that add happiness to you? Is it going to places that take care of your adulting, meaning paying bills and whatnot? Is it going towards your financial goals? Or is it going to things that, if you look back in hindsight, you say, I wish I didn't do that? Make sure you know where your money is going. It's a very important part of budgeting. And for those of us who are commenting on these videos every week, thank you for sharing how you track your expenses to hopefully inspire and encourage those who are watching who have yet to comment, but need to know simple ways to track their expenses. Now, I am using this budget by paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. I highlight what transactions were miscellaneous or unbudgeted in green, because green is my favorite color. And even though I love to see green, I don't want to see green on this tracker too much, because that means I've been doing too much unbudgeted spending. Sometimes it's for fun, sometimes it's for stress relief. We spend our money where we feel it's going to serve us best. All right. And then blue, if you can see, blue shaded means it came from a sinking fund, or what we call purpose funds, because each of those savings accounts, which are short-term savings, has a specific purpose. So that means if we're paying our bills using our credit card, it's going to come from our next month's bills account. If we're buying clothes for our children, it's going to come from the clothing fund. So that's what that means. And I'll highlight those in blue. And then I just write my payments with a regular blue Parku pen. I love these. I have these linked in my description box if you'd want to purchase some of your own. They dry very quickly and the colors is just vibrant. So I like these. So I'll highlight my payments, or I'll write my payments in this blue pen. And then on the side, I'll track our cash rewards. Why do I track our cash rewards? Because it helps us, because we've been using the cash rewards to pay off debt. And that was a part of our debt snowball. And now we're using the cash rewards to go towards our next financial goal, which is building a $20,000 emergency fund, just for spending money that you would anyway, that you planned in your budget, or that you have a plan for it with your savings. You earn money from those purchases and those charges. That money is yours to use however you want. We are using our cash rewards right now to go towards the emergency fund. So every $20, every $50 makes a difference to help us get to that big goal. Okay, so I'm going to get into the video now. We don't have a whole lot of transactions, but we currently have a balance of like 226. Let me see, I wrote it down and you'll see it on the screen, 226.71. So let's get into it. We do have some pending charges. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pending charges totaling $70.42. It is 6:26 in the morning, you guys. I'm doing this before my little ones wake up. Okay, so we stopped at our last payment was October 3rd for $522.85 based on this expense, or this statement, I should say. So I'm going to scroll up a little. Okay, so I'm looking at the bottom of the screen here. The first charge was for Family Dollar, posted on October 4th, and that was for $20.96. Family Dollar. Now that's coming from household, okay? So this is our household envelope. Household envelope, just in case you're new here, is a savings account. We don't keep physical cash in the household envelope because sometimes my husband is going out doing shopping, or I just might forget it at home. So we put it in a savings account and we swipe our credit card. We keep all of our receipts. We make sure to talk to each other so we know how much do we have available in that account before we go spend, and then we spend. And because we use Fetch Rewards, we can't lose a receipt because we know we get points that can convert into cash money, into gift cards. So we scan the receipts, and once you scan them into Fetch, you can go back and check and say, what did I buy that day and how much did I spend? It's right there. It makes it easier for you. After the Family Dollar, we move on to Target, and for some reason, Target split up that charge into two charges. Okay, I ordered a whole set of things and they charged me based on when the items shipped. So that's what happened. So on October 4th, part of the Target order, and this is going to come from, I wrote this down, this is going to come from our savings. So we have a general savings that this will come from, and I'll call this savings 1, and that is Target. At Target, I bought my children some masks, and I bought socks because I don't know what it is about toddlers and socks. They put holes in these socks so easily. I buy so many socks. What is it about the socks? After the first charge of $6.93, that brings our balance to $27.89. I keep a running total to make sure what Capital One Quicksilver has here matches what my calculator says. Okay, so I'm keeping a running total. Sometimes you can't trust it. They'll be off somewhere. And it's good to remember where you went. And again, if you don't remember, keep your receipts. You can upload e-receipts too. If you connect your email to Fetch Rewards, even if you don't have a physical receipt because you've been shopping online, once that receipt is sent to your email, you can upload it to Fetch as well. And you can go back and see, what did I buy? What happened? So you can keep track of your money. On October 4th, the second Target, or half of that order, was posted. And this also was the socks. So I bought disposable masks for kids. And remember, my smaller ones are 2 and 4. The oldest one, he can wear the same mask me and my husband wear. So we all three wear the same mask, but the little ones needed special masks for them. And then I also bought reusable masks. So 2 for each of them. So hopefully this will last me through the next season. All right, and then there were socks and masks in that one also, and it was for $19.40. And when we add that to our growing balance, we get $47.29. So I'll add that here. And then we move on to Etsy on October 4th. I was so happy to donate. I want to say donate because I'm not 100% sure if I'll finish this challenge in the month of October. But I purchased the Health is Wealth, okay, savings challenge from my girl Erin, Budgets by the Beach. It's for liver disease awareness. It comes with an envelope, instructions also, and then there's a second one. It's a 31-day self-care challenge. So I am going to fill this out and I'll share it on the channel at a later date, sometime next week, when I share the updates for the other savings challenges that we're doing. So that was $2.65. We purchased on, well, it posted on that day. And this is also coming from the savings one, and it was for $2.65. Now, when we add that $2.65 to our still growing balance, we get $49.94 as our new balance. And let me check, because sometimes I have the tendency to invert the numbers, and I don't want to mess that up and put myself behind, because it's Sunday. Sunday is family day too. It's our recording day, but it's family day. So I tried to do the recording early and then get things ready for the rest of the day. So Goodies is a restaurant. And we went there, and that charge posted on October 8th. We bought some food My husband did the shopping. He picked up the food because I have been meal planning. I had planned meals last week. We had chicken and vegetable stir fry, which my husband loved. I made a chicken soup on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I made spaghetti because, listen, the kids love spaghetti. And we did have enough soup to last us 2 days. But by the time Friday came around, I said, look, I don't feel like cooking. And he went and bought food. So that worked out well. And that also is coming from Savings One. I really do need to take your advice. D, and then the other D, and inspired me to, one, look at budget billing, and two, the other D from Premier Naturals told me I should have an entertainment envelope or category. I really do need one because we purchased more Amazon movies, we rented more movies because the children wanted to see some things. And it's like, we really do need that category because all of this money coming from savings is a little backwards to me because your savings is not supposed to be depleted. So not depleted, but you're not supposed to pull from it so often, so frequently. So we really do need to set up an entertainment category, or maybe just start putting more money towards miscellaneous, because that could fill the gap when we just go and we have to do something on the fly, or like a Friday night where you just don't feel like cooking and you want to eat out. There should at least be some money in miscellaneous if you don't have any in the eating out category. So that's just another tip for you guys. And I need to take that advice for myself because we've been dipping into this savings quite a bit, maybe twice a week. And twice a week is still a little too much for my liking. Okay, so this was for goodies. And when we add that 1851 to our growing balance, we're now at 6845. So we still have 3 more charges to write down, 6845. Now on to utilities. So on October 9th, I made the payment for our electricity bill. I actually made it on the 8th, but it didn't post until the 9th. So it was still made on time. So I pray that they don't try to charge me a late fee. So this is coming from our next month's bills, okay? Because we put this money in there ahead of time. And PSEG is our electricity provider because it's a utility, and I like using the credit card to pay for these because then they still pay you back money. And for PSEG, usually if you're paying a utility online, even if it's your phone bill, your cable bill, your water, I don't know about water bill, but sometimes they charge an additional fee just to use a credit card, but PSEG does not. So it helped a lot. So we add that 5343 to our balance, and we now are at 121.88, right? Yep, 121.88. Okay, and next is National Grid, and National Grid provides our gas for heat. And that posted on the 9th also. That is coming from next month's bills. Unfortunately, they do charge a fee, but it's really small. I think it's like $1.19, which I think we get back with the cash rewards anyway. So it's not that big of a deal to me because, again, I prefer to use the credit card on their website as opposed to my debit card or my checking account, because if they take the wrong amount or if they don't take it on time, something happens, I have to fight with the bank now to retrieve money, and I don't like that. So the credit card is just safer in my opinion. So that was National Grid, and it was for $51.49. Now, when we add that to our growing balance, yet again, 173.37. We have one final transaction, and that was from HP. I bought some black ink for our printer. For some reason, it was like the ink was spotting on the page. And when I opened the printer to do another cleaning, because I did set it to automatic clean, I went and found that the black ink was actually like leaking out like a powder. So I had to replace that one. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it got banged because my kids throwing balls in the house. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened, if they hit the printer or what, but we had to replace the ink. So October 9th, and this one is coming from savings. savings 1, and I'm actually going to pay myself back because that's going to be written off as a business expense because I use the printer for business purposes. So I have some things I'm working on in the background that you guys will get to see more about in the coming days and weeks regarding the business. All right, so that brings us to our total current balance of $226.71. So I'm going to write that here, and then we're going to change to the overhead in just a minute so we can review what we've done and then make our payments. Okay, so we have this payment is coming from a digital envelope, which is not technically not a sinking fund, because we call it an envelope because it mimics an actual cash envelope for, you know, household products. But because it was previously saved, we're going to use that. Okay, and then all of the savings 1 transactions that we're going to make are going to be highlighted in green. And then the last 2 transactions or charges that we made are going to be paid from our next month's bills savings account. We have 3 blue this week and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green. I already broke down how we're making the payments. So if you see here, we have the $226.71 plus our next month's bills. We're going to pay $104.92. Then from the savings, we're going to pay $100.83. And then from for the Family Dollar charge, from the household envelope, we're going to pay $20.96. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Let me drink a little tea. Try to clear that up because I don't know what happened. All right, so that's what this is how we're going to break down the payments, okay? Because you have to pay the bill, right? Right. So the first payment that we're going to make is coming from our savings 1, and the amount is $100.83. So we're going to submit the payment, and the circle goes around and around. Whew. Thank you for your payment. Since the larger payment was made first, oops, no, it was the second largest payment, but it's still good. $100.83 from savings. That will be updated right away. So I'll close this box. We'll see the little green box plus $100.83. It changes our available credit. I always like seeing that. Okay, our next payment is going to come from next month's bills for $104.92. Okay, so I'm going to submit that payment for $104.92. And it takes 1 to 2 days to update your credit. It will be updated by Tuesday of next week or this week. And thanks for your payment. Your payment will be on time and covers the minimum due. That should total our $226.71. And you guys, if you know me, I will try again because I made the payments out of sequence that I had written in my little book. And when I go out of sequence, I want to make sure I did the right thing. And then $20.96 was the last payment. Okay, so we paid a total of $226.71. And now it's time to write in our payments, and then we're going to check to see how much cash rewards we earned. I don't know what's going on with my voice though, y'all. $17.22 in rewards cash. So let's see. I don't want to redeem, actually. I don't want to redeem at all. Not yet. I tried to let it go up to above 50, and then I'll take out $50 at a time because it helps. All right. So we're going to look at our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, transaction, no, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 transactions from the last week and see where we are. So, oh, and you know what? Let's go back to last week, October 3rd. Again, I don't know what's up with my voice, you guys. We did not get how much we spent, how much we earned from some of the transactions last week. So money with Gab, we earned 3 cents cash back. And then Geico, we earned 98 cents cash back. And on Target.com for the $21.49, we earned 32 cents cash back. Okay, and then Premier Naturals, we earned 39 cents cash back. And this is all, again, all the cash back is going towards our financial goals, you guys. Now, Family Dollar, moving forward to last week, we earned 31 cents cash back. And then Target, for the $6.93, we earned 10 cents cash back. And also the $19.40 charge, we earned 29 cents cash back. And Etsy Budgets by the Beach, we earned 4 cents cash back. And then for Goodies, we earned 28 cents cash back. And then we move up to, oh, that's it. That's where it stops. Okay, so we haven't earned anything yet for, we don't know what we've earned yet for PSEG, for National Grid, or for the HP Inc. Because when I checked the credit card statement on late Saturday night, October 9th, these charges for PSEG, National Grid, and HP Inc. were still pending. So somehow across the night, they went to not pending, which is probably why, or that explains why the earned activity is not available yet for them. Okay, I have to look at the camera and not my face in the mirror. So here we go. We'll go back. We have $17.22. So we're going to keep that there until we're ready to take it out. All right, and that is it for our payments and our transactions for this week. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope I wasn't too chatty, but I appreciate talking to you guys. I appreciate, you know, being able to engage with you in the comments, and I can't wait to see how your first or second week of October went as far as your transactions. And if you notice, the background is a bit different. So we are decorating for fall and we're changing up the apartment a little bit. It's good for the, what they call it, feng shui, but it's also good just to change things around as the seasons change, because it just makes the place feel more alive, and you know, and you feel more creative in the space. So behind me is my vision board for 2021. I'll be setting up my vision board for 2022 soon. And then we have a couple plants. I got my candle burning because it's early. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now. Thanks so much for being here.